it's Alyssa Darby Daisy. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I am a married mom of two, and we are budgeting our way to paying off just under $10,000 worth of debt, financial freedom, and buying our first home. If that is a journey that you think you'd like to follow, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Today, I am doing a look back on our June spending, and I realized I did not take notes in such a way that I can do the kind of look back that I've seen other people do, because I didn't track how much of what we spent was rollover, and I only have some very vague notes as far as when we spent money for other people, because we do sometimes, if we're going grocery shopping, sometimes we'll get money from other people and buy stuff for them. So I have notes on that, but yeah, as far as like how much had already been stuffed in certain things and it rolled over, I don't have that, so I'm not going to be able to do like the percentages and all that. But I am going to be able to look at what we had spent, what we had intended to spend, and what the difference is. So that will kind of give us an idea of where we are. And obviously we can't control other people's spending. So like the only thing that we buy for other people comes out of the grocery budget, or like goes into the grocery budget. So that is the only thing where we will see things that we can't really control, basically. All right. Oh, and also, I didn't paint my nails today. I literally, because I am a total grown-ass adult, colored them with highlighters. So they're just coming off on everything, which is to be expected because I didn't like put a top coat or anything, and even if I did, it would just smear it. But yeah, I should not be left alone. I need adult supervision at all times. All right, off we go. Okay, I realize even sped up, this is going to take way too long, so I'm going to go ahead and pause the camera while I finish writing everything down, and when I come back, it'll be all filled out. Okay, I'm back. This is all done. I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit so you can kind of see what we're working with here. Alright, so I've got my little legend off to the side here so that I can see what everything is. We're going to zoom back out, and I realized, for one thing, if you are new here, we do qualify for food stamps right now. However, also, since we do shopping for other people sometimes, one of the other house members is also qualifying for food stamps, and I've lumped everything together, so the numbers are going to be even more confusing than I thought. So I apologize in advance. Most of it makes sense to me, but it's not necessarily going to make sense to people outside of our situation. That's about the best I can give you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start from the top. The first one that we have is grocery, so that is anything that was not covered by food stamps, or like if we forgot our food stamps card and paid in like with a debit card, that's what those numbers are. Got way too much stuff on my desk. I really need to clean this off. Alright, so we've got, so this was obviously a big trip where we probably bought like toilet paper and paper towels and stuff like that. This one accidentally written in the wrong spot, but I moved it to the right spot. Blessing and a curse of my husband working inside a Target is that he can just pick stuff up when he gets off of work. And so sometimes we rely on that a little too much, and we really need to get back to shopping, sales, and planning ahead. I can really see that reflected in our budget here. But again, this is not all our spending. It is sometimes our housemates. We live with 3 other adults, my parents, and then oddly enough, my ex-husband lives here. So let me double check, because I did already do the math separately, and I just want to make sure everything looks right. That does look like the same number, so we will write that down here. So we got $796.80 for groceries. So yeah, that is way more than we should be spending, even for a family of 7. That's a lot, especially when you factor in that that's just non-food items. Now, a lot of that is probably for the dog, and like I say, toilet paper, paper towels. Let's see. All right, children, there was only a couple of those. So that's 837, and I think there was just the one other one. Yeah. So 2505. It's 3342. Double checking my other numbers. That looks good. All right, miscellaneous. I'm only putting down the ones that were legitimately miscellaneous spending and not as a buffer for something else. So these are just things that truly did not fit in another category. Like I know this $10 one for sure was parking for the library because their regular lot was closed, or not closed, but it was full. So we went there for an event and we really paid the price for not getting there early. $24.83. Okay. Gifts, we just had the one. And that's one of the ones that's going to be a little hard to track how far off we were from our budgeted amount, because that was one where we had a bunch of rollover from the previous month and I didn't log that as income, or as inflow rather, because it obviously wasn't income. Fast food, we've got a few of those, but not a ton. Like I said in a previous video, we definitely will end up having more fast food here when the school year starts in August, because yeah, we didn't have many, but they were a lot. 47, 92, 141.65. Yeah. Oh wait, that's not the right number, is it? Nope, I'm off by 10. I'm off by 10? Nope, I am off by more than 10. Okay, I missed one somewhere. Where'd I miss it? The question is, did I miss here or did I miss writing it down? I may have missed writing it down. All right. Oh, no, there it is, right there. Plus 10, 13. Yep. Okay, so 150, that is definitely over budget for that. Although a big part of that was this one here, where we went to Bob Evans, and so we took some of that out of the family fun budget, and we took some out of miscellaneous, I think, because we don't have like an eating out envelope, so we just have fast food, and so we use that at Bob Evans. All right, clothing, there was only, I think, 3 of those, so that's $60.49. 49. Okay. Dylan definitely went over his budget for the month, and we have already spoken about that. A lot of times we will go over if we talk about it ahead of time, but we did not talk about it ahead of time, so we talked about it after, and he thought he had more than he did. So I just told him to make sure that he talks to me, since we spend everything on our card. That would be, I guess, one reason to do actual cash envelopes, because then it would be easier for us each to keep track of exactly how much is left in each envelope. So he somehow managed to spend exactly $7, like $70, like exactly on the money. It's not, there's no change. I don't know how he managed that, but he did. All right. Date night, we had 2 date nights last month. So we had, one was $32.28 and the other one was $52.57. I don't remember why this one was so expensive. I don't know if we got pizza that night. I don't think so. I don't remember, but that was definitely more. $84.85. $84.85. Okay, family fun, we just had the one, and that was at the public library. There was a big event, and so we got some food from a food truck. It was really good. Like, man, it was really good. Okay, so Hulu, we just had the one. When was that? It was here, and that was just $50, and that's going to be exactly spot on how much we budgeted. And that's, again, why it's going to be hard to track exactly what the percentage was, because we already had quite a bit already saved up before the beginning of June. Gas. Gas is the orangey one. Some of my pens are way too close in color, and I really probably should get new ones. I'd really like to get the Friction. I have a couple of the Friction highlighters, but I don't have any Friction pens, and I would really like some, but it's not something that I can justify right now. That's $140.93 in gas. And I actually think that's under budget. I think we had budgeted maybe $50 or $150 for the month. Not sure. I know it's on my sheet over here. Okay, entertainment. I know that we bought a couple of DVDs early in the month and then a couple later in the month. So that is this one. Okay, $31.53. We got ourselves caught up on all the Marvel movies. So we purchased all of the ones we didn't have already and watched them all. And yeah, so we're all caught up finally. $72.13. That's kind of one of the things that we really like to all watch together. Okay, so then I just had the one. It was this night. That was when I went out for my book club. I used that money instead of any sort of fast food type budget. I just used my personal because I don't use my personal on much. I really should probably change that. If you saw my last video, I'm obviously getting really burnt out, and so that would probably help if I start making myself more of a priority. So I'm gonna try and work on that. Actually, I need to change my language. I'm going to work on that. Verizon was $430. We were able to bring the bill down just a tiny bit. You will notice this is not the number that we stuff. That is because we only pay a portion of the bill. So, but the money is given to us and then we pay the bill from our account. So it's all written out here, just like everything else. We just write it on our page, even if it's not all coming from us. I don't know. Does that make sense at all? I feel like I'm just confusing everyone, including myself. I don't know. Giving was $6. That was just the one that one time. Okay, so I forgot to put the Allstate first because I meant to have the food very last. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the Allstate, which I picked a really bad color combo here apparently, but I'm not gonna try and fix it. But you can barely read it. Same with the gifts up here. You can barely read that one. So apparently I just need to not do highlighter over the green maybe. Or I'm not sure, but anyway, Allstate was $1,004.45. Okay, so now we're gonna add up all of the food purchases, and again, some of this was our food card, and some of it was my ex-husband's food card. Sometimes we buy food for him, so this is not gonna be just what we spent off of ours. And if you'll notice, we had a couple of days where we almost had no spends, but we ended up not having any, which is frustrating. I was really excited because I thought this day here was a no spend, and then that was the day that our Amazon auto ships. We have an Amazon order for my vitamins, and it auto ships on that day, apparently. We only get it once every 3 months because it's just a large bottle of vitamins, so I only need it every 3 months. And it picked the one day that we had a no spend. So close, but not quite. And I hope that I'm typing everything in right because I keep forgetting to actually check. It's fun on my channel. I hope you'll stick around. Oops, see, I messed that up. So I'm gonna just add 3 after I finish this. So we'll just add another 3. And then 40, 10. But see, I caught that because it felt weird. 21.64. And like I say, I already added everything up before, so if I did mess up, I will be able to tell because it will not match the numbers from my spreadsheet. Which I tend to trust because it does the math automatically for me. 1558.71. That is not what I have. That's actually more than what I have. Oh boy. Alright, well, here's the question though. Did I miss one over there? 1558. Alright. We're gonna go through one more time. Well, I clearly messed up on the spreadsheet, which I was saying I trusted, but I actually don't because I forgot I did not do the auto math on that one. I went through and added everything together myself. So clearly I missed one when I added things together in my spreadsheet. So it's actually worse than I thought. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we clearly need to get back to shopping sales, and also I guess it might be worthwhile to separate out everyone else's stuff from ours. It's just that if we buy stuff on the same shopping trip, sometimes it's hard to separate things out. So I'm not really sure how I want to handle that going forward, but I also don't know that I'm going to be doing closeouts like this anymore, just because this was a lot of work that I don't know that I need to do for myself. This is something that I wanted to kind of try out, but I'm not a big fan of doing it this way, and the way that I would do it for myself wouldn't really make a good video. So this is probably the only video like this you're ever going to see. And yeah, so we're going to look real fast because I am now at 25 minutes, and I know some of it's going to be sped up, and I'll probably cut some parts out because there were points where I rambled really bad. But we'll just real quick look and see where we're at as far as if we were above or below our budget. So for groceries, we budgeted for ourselves $250, and we were given, hold on, I had it written down. All right, we were given $540 from other people to buy stuff. So that puts us at $790. So we went $6.80 over budget for groceries. For the kids, we had budgeted $46, and we spent $33.42. So we were $12.58 under budget for the kids. Miscellaneous. Now again, this is only the stuff that truly was miscellaneous and didn't have a category. But we had budgeted $100 for miscellaneous, and we spent $24.83. So we were $75.17 under budget as far as things that were truly miscellaneous, but I know that we spent quite a bit of this to cover other categories where we were over. Gifts. I'm going to just say that we budgeted $60 for gifts because that was the only gift purchase that we had intended to make this month. And actually, nope, that's wrong, because we had intended to spend $30, and then I ended up spending $60 because I couldn't find $5 gift cards, so we went with $10 gift cards, and we had to buy 6 of them. So we were $30 over budget on gifts. Fast food, we had budgeted $100. We spent $151.78. So we were $51.78 over budget. I just realized I should probably zoom y'all in because you can't actually see my my calculator. All right, and I'm about to run out of space on my phone again because that happens every time I record. So anyway, for clothes, we had budgeted $46, and we spent $60.49. And so we went $14.49 over budget. But again, this is one where there had been some rollover from the previous month. So we didn't truly go over budget. So yeah, that's why I'm probably not going to do a closeout like this again, because I'm not. Now, as I get more used to budgeting, I may choose to do a closeout, just not like this. As I kind of get used to how that's not what I wanted. As I get used to how I am doing everything. So Dylan had $46 for the month. He spent $70, so he was $24 over budget. But again, there had been a little bit of rollover from June, so he was actually only about $10 over that we had to pull from miscellaneous. So that wasn't too bad. Date night, we had budgeted $75, and we spent $84.85. So we were $9.85 over budget for the month, but again, there had been a little bit of rollover, so we actually didn't have to pull anything from miscellaneous for that. Family fun, we budgeted $35, and we spent $24, so we were $11 over budget, and we were able to move that over to our fast food the day that we went to Bob Evans for brunch. Hulu was $50, and we budgeted $50. Gas, we budgeted $150, and we spent $140.93. So we were $9.07 under budget, which is awesome. We'll see what happens in July with that. I will keep you all posted, even if I don't do a budget closeout. I'll keep you all posted on the. I'm doing that again. I will keep you all posted on the. The gas, because I know that is. Oops, that is not what I wanted. 46 minus 72.13. So we were $26.13 over budget on entertainment. That was another one where a lot of that did roll over from the previous month. So I don't think we had to pull any from miscellaneous for that, but we might have had to pull a little bit. That's another thing that I probably should have kept better notes on, and I just didn't. I had 46 for the month, and I spent 1785. So I was 28.15 over budget, or under budget. However, again, there had been some rollover, and I did spend the 30 from gifts. Where is that? From gifts. The 30 over that we were on gifts, that pulled from my personal. So that took most of my rollover from last month, but I still had quite a bit left when we pulled for our house down payment. Verizon, we actually had budgeted for $40 because that's what we had been paying. We were able to get it down $10, so that's $5 off of our portion and $5 off of the other payer's portion. So we were technically $10 under budget on that, but we didn't like stuff that amount. We had figured it out before we got to our last stuffing on that. Giving, we had budgeted $8 and we spent $6. Now this is one that I wouldn't mind going over on because this is just, we give this to the unhoused. And yeah, so Allstate, we technically only budgeted, I think, $184 because we were just going to pay the monthly bill, but then we realized it was going to be cheaper to pay the full 6 months. So we went technically over budget by $820.45 on that. And we did have to pull it all out of savings, but since that money in savings was going to get spent no matter what, because we are in a financial situation right now where that is kind of required, we decided that saving the extra $100 or so that it would save over the course of the next 6 months, this made the most sense because that money was going to get spent no matter what, and now we've saved $100. All right, so then this one with our food card and our housemate's food card, our goal is to only spend $250 per week. So we had a 5-week month, so that would be $12.50, and we definitely spent more than that. Now we do have a backlog. Both food cards right now have a backlog because of COVID, but that's obviously not going to keep happening. So the fact that we were $307.63 over budget on our food cards tells me that we need to have a huge meeting of the house and figure out what we can do to lower our grocery and our food budget, and just figure out what we can do to kind of change things, because clearly we are spending way too much. Obviously our fast food budget was quite a lot this month. But again, that was only a couple of different trips. They just happened to be expensive trips. Yeah, so this is definitely I think the most open I've been with my numbers since I started. So yeah, I don't know that I will be doing another one like this. And I also might be going back down to 2 days per week just because, like I said, I am pretty burnt out, and it looks like I did get the job. So I will be adjusting to working again, which is going to be a whole different ball game. So I may see you on Tuesday. I may see you on Wednesday. Either way, it should be a cash stuffing, and I will keep you all posted. If I, for some reason, don't feel up to recording a whole video, I will do what I used to do, where I will just record a short check-in and just let y'all know where I'm at and what my plan is. So I will see y'all next week, and I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Bye, y'all. Get off of my paper, little spider. I don't want to kill you. Get off of the paper, little spider. I don't want to kill you. Okay, thank you. Goodbye.